Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a man lost his life to a fire in Perry County over the weekend. And a new social media trend is posing a risk to teens' mental health.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 5:30 on Monday, February 19th. Now let's check in with meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
Good morning, Olivia. Good morning, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the weekend considering how chilly it was. It's chilly to start today, but we're going to have a beautiful finish. Check out the view from outside our studios here in Hazard. 27 degrees, and we're on our way up into the lower 50s. So after the chilly weekend, temps running at or above average over the next several days. No chance of rainfall at this point in time until Thursday and into Friday. Temps right now, again, region-wide, we are in the 20s, minus Jackson at 31, sitting at 30 now at Pikeville, already dropped into the teens at Clintwood. Needless to say, clear skies and a calm wind, and that allows the temp to drop. And, well, you saw some clouds scooting across our eastern counties during the wee hours of the morning. Otherwise, it's high pressure at this point in time, taking full control before we end up heading into later in the week with that opportunity for precipitation. All right, get your coffee going. The oatmeal, if you're going to do the healthy thing with the raisins, or crack open the Wheaties and the Cheerios. Upper 20s and close to 30 as we head toward 8 o'clock. And here's the travel cast for today. If you have to work, yes, it's going to be bright this morning, 7:30, 8 o'clock, with the sun coming over the ridges. Chilly too, but a nice rebound. Like I mentioned, lower 50s this afternoon. More about your First Alert 7-day forecast. That's coming up in just a few moments. Olivia?
All right, Tim, thank you. We have some sad news out of Perry County this morning. One man is dead following a fire at his home around 8 Saturday morning. The man has not been identified at this time, but his body was taken to the state medical examiner's office in Frankfort for an autopsy. Multiple agencies responded to the fire on Lower 2nd Creek Road. Officials with the Hazard Fire Department say when they arrived, the home was already fully in flames. The Perry County Sheriff's Office reports that there was no evidence of foul play at the scene, but the investigation is ongoing. The Harlan County Coroner's Office pronounced one man dead following a call from Kentucky State Police. Harlan County Coroner John Derek No pronounced 43-year-old Nicholas T. Wilson dead after his body was found in a commercial coal truck. KSP received a call that Wilson's body was inside of the truck in the Dollar General parking lot of the Baxter community. Wilson's body was taken to the state medical examiner's office to determine the cause of death. The Buchanan County Sheriff's Office in Virginia responded after receiving a call about a threat to Twin Valley High School. After investigating, officials determined the caller was making the threat to shoot up the school himself. He was taken to the Buchanan County Sheriff's Office. The Twin Valley High School will have additional officers on campus today. A new bill designed to add maternity leave for teachers, Senate Bill 205, would designate maternity leave in addition to sick leave. The bill is sponsored by Lindsay Tishner. It would allow for 20 paid maternity leave days for school employees. If maternity leave is not used, these days would not transfer like sick days currently do. Anything unused would expire upon returning to work. Tishner says women could technically have a total of 6 weeks off by combining their 10 sick leave days with the 20 maternity days offered by the bill.
I think it's given broad support. I'm hearing from both sides of the aisle on this. I'm hearing from teachers who are excited about the idea. I don't think many are going to be opposed to the idea of providing that financial support for our new moms.
The legislation has the support of the KEA. The bill was introduced Monday but has not been assigned to a committee. Volunteers from Moms Demand Action and Students Demand Action rallied at the Capitol. They call on lawmakers to pass what they say are long overdue gun violence prevention measures. Members of Moms Demand Action and Students Demand Action want lawmakers to pass Senate Bill 13. It would allow police to file a petition to take away a person's guns if they are going through some type of mental crisis. The groups met privately with lawmakers to address their concerns. Then speakers made their concerns public. One of the speakers was Sharita Smith. Her son, 16-year-old Tyree Smith, was shot and killed at a bus stop back in 2021.
Nobody deserves to send their kid to school where they should be safe and their life ends. My son didn't know these kids. I go to court, I see these kids, and I pray for our whole city. But my main priority is to get justice and make sure that this doesn't happen to no other parent.
Senate Bill 13 would create a statewide office for safer communities that would seek other ways to prevent gun violence. The bill was introduced, but no update on the progress yet. A new social media trend is being labeled as dangerous and harmful by mental health experts. It's called legging legs, a new body-focused term being used to describe the ideal shape of legs. It's similar to an older trend where people aimed for their thighs to be so slender that they didn't touch when standing with their feet together. Child psychologist Dr. Catherine Stone says as teens try to reach the thin ideal being pushed to them online, it can lead to disordered eating.
I don't understand that models know how to stand in a certain way, that no matter what you're wearing, you can make your legs look differently.
If you notice sudden drastic changes in your child's eating or exercise habits, Dr. Stone recommends having a conversation with them. If you or someone you know struggles with disordered eating, you can call the National Alliance for Eating Disorders hotline. That number is 866-662-1235. In Pulaski County, first responders worked to save a calf from a sinkhole. Science Hill firefighters say they got a call Saturday morning from a nearby farm that the calf had fallen 10 feet through an 18-inch sinkhole opening. They were able to rescue the calf, but it later died from cold overnight temperatures. Crews say it's important to call for help immediately when an animal is in trouble.
The main thing is to contact your local emergency services, dispatch, and a lot of times we are good with networking and we can get the right people to the scene that needs to be there.
Crews added sinkholes are one of the things that tend to appear out of seemingly nowhere, so it's always important to keep an eye on livestock. A freshman out of Wise, Virginia is taking his music journey to a national stage, auditioning for one of the most famous singing competitions in the U.S. WYMT's Jack Demler has the story.
Aiden Bowman started performing music at a young age.
I've been singing since about, probably 4th grade, 3rd grade, and then obviously I grew up with my brother and he played guitar, and then I was playing drums.
Now he uses music to keep his brother close.
And then after he passed away, that's when I really picked up the guitar and then started, trying to carry him with me. And every time I play, he's right there. So.
And share his passion for music with his mother.
I get concerts all the time at home. He's coming at me with all these different genres and songs, and he's definitely wise beyond his years with experience, and he just knows music.
Which has led his mom to share with others.
One particular song just stuck out to me, and I thought, hey, let's see where this can go. And so I trimmed it and got online. It was probably maybe a few days later, and saw that the American Idol was doing online auditions, and thought, hey, let's give this a shot.
And after receiving a call back, has turned into an unforgettable experience. A trip to Los Angeles to audition for season 22 of American Idol.
It worked out, and I'm so glad that it did, because it's been the best experience of my life. So,
an opportunity to gain exposure for his passion and show him a world of possibilities.
I think it's really just opened my eyes to a whole new set of opportunities. And I'm just so thankful for the exposure and for all the support.
A singer-songwriter himself, his passion has even led to him creating his own music, like his first single, She Knows.
I'm just really focusing on my music right now and trying to make more of it.
And has given him more confidence.
Having him discovered by people that are truly talented and knowledgeable in music and seeing him grow has been the best thing ever. It's emotional, actually, when I talk about it, but seeing his confidence and seeing him happy, he deserves it.
A musician with ties to the mountains.
I mean, Harlan is a huge part of why I'm here today.
With the dream to make it big. In Wise, Virginia, Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
That's a very exciting story. Now, the Backroads of Appalachia hosted the Appalachian Rally Experience, inviting the Pura Vida team of racers to take the mountains for a joyride, testing their cars, preparing for the national championship. Backroads of Appalachia Executive Director Eric Hubbard says motorsports impacts tourism and economic development in the region.
But they made the trip to Eastern Kentucky to do it here, and they're spending their money in our local mom and pops as far as Airbnbs, the cabins up here, the local restaurants, and you know, the word of mouth will spread from this testing, and that's what it's all about. We're open for business. Come on over.
He says the group also raised money for the Ball Creek Volunteer Fire Department. Fire officials spent the day going through safety exercises while also practicing how to operate in emergency situations. And when we return, one of the last Beatles was reunited with a long-lost bass.
And weather-wise, as we get into the week, we won't say the work week because some of you are off today. We're anticipating a nice moderating trend that begins today. How warm? We'll let you know. The first alert 7-day forecast is coming up after the break. Stay tuned.